It is what it is, man. What can you do? Can't do nothing. I give him a second to jump back on there, man. But yeah, man, bro was going in about that done, bro. He was like, my grandma said I was special. A lot of people say a lot of things, man. Man, when I was in county, I'm 24 years old, we wasn't even talking about no word or anything close to the word. And I remember Mr. Morrison. He was in there for child abuse because he had whooped his grandson or his nephew who he had custody over. But the boy was like 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? He had them try them on some old, I think I'm a man type stuff. Mr. Glenn, wah. You know what I'm talking about? Find you somebody to play with, whole nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he got locked up by that, though. You know what I mean? He was like, boy, you going to be a preacher one day. Man, I went off on that man. Not in a disrespectful way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, you got me messed up, Mr. Morrison. Man, I ain't finna do that jump. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at it from the aspect of these niggas be hitting holes, stealing money. You know what I'm saying? I took that as disrespect. But just because he said that and a nigga doing don't mean that was from God. That was just his point of view. Because black folks love to tell somebody they going to be a preacher. Whole time, this nigga gay. You know what I'm saying? This nigga disloyal. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this nigga's an abuser. You know what I'm saying? Like, black people be quick to tell some little boy he gonna be a preacher. You know what I'm saying? And black women quick to tell some old ex-scallywag she's anointed and evangelist. No, you an ex-hoe. Why is that the case? Why is a reformed hoe final form an evangelist?
Because he came to fix the brokenhearted, bro.
Yeah, why is that the case?
Brokenhearted now.
Always found it. Now, when I say that, right, you see a certain person, I'm not being funny. You see a certain personality type that's always preaching, as far as women is concerned. You know what I'm saying? Like consistently. At least in my travels. Your travels may be different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it froze up on me, man. I'm getting y'all trying to get. I ain't being funny. Like I noticed they used to be ex-hoes, or they're very, very dominant women. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking about like try to be dominant over men a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've noticed. I don't know if that's accurate all the way, but that's what I know. Oh, I know. I'm talking about this in Jacksonville. Man, a lot of these women, man, them girls used to be free. Man, I'm trying to hear from you, man. I had 7 portions. You're a graveyard. Nigga had sex with you. Nigga had sex with you. Nigga had in a haunted house. You know what I'm talking about? That'd be the thing. They don't be free. They still be on that. You know what I'm saying? They still be on that. You know what I'm talking about? That's just my observation. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, you know, shoot. A lot of dudes get out of jail, you know what I'm saying, or be on some stuff, and they look at that church as another hustle. Open them up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Get them some bread real fast. You know what I'm saying?
Lord changed my life.
Look what Scarface say. Niggas say, man, they open up the churches for some quick cash. They're getting money for their new cribs. Where Brother Johnson just got kicked out where he lives. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, what he said, man. No, he said the world is ending, so they're trying to make a switch fast. And they open up these churches for some quick cash. And that's what they're doing. That's quick cash, right? You know what I'm saying? If they do it right. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they be on. What we were reading for the thing for.
So I was giving you that definition for priest. Let's
go. Kohen, which is chief leader. Or priest, or regular priest. So you go back to 1 Samuel 2 and 35, because everybody done got back in here for the most part. I just was trying to give them time to get back in.
And I'll raise me up a faithful priest that shall do according to that which is in my heart and in my mind.
And that's the difference, how that's the Lord and not. He said he gonna do every. See, John the Baptist said that man got an increase and I decrease. Continue. Because all John the Baptist would come to do was prepare the way for that faithful priest. Go ahead.
And I'll build him a sure house, and he shall walk before my.
See, that's the other key point. He's still who?
A sure house.
Hebrews 8 and 1.
Wherefore, Kadaj's brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Hamashiach Yahushua, who was faithful to him that appointed him, as also Moses was faithful in all his house. For this man was counted worthy of more esteem than Moses, inasmuch as he who had built the house had more honor than the house.
He that what?
That built the house
have more honor
than the house. For every house is built by some man, but he that built all things is Elohim. And Moses truly was faithful in all his house as a servant for a testimony of those things which were to be spoken after. But Hamashiach as a son over his own house, whose house are we, if we hold fast the confidence and the rejoicing of the hope firm unto the end.
Go back to 1 Samuel 2:35. Go ahead.
And I'll raise me up a faithful priest that shall do according to that which is in my heart and in my mind. And I will build him a sure house. He shall walk before my anointed forever.
See, he the one who lead him in and bring him out. So when you look at that one there at the building of the house, see, John didn't build no house, but he prepared the way. And that's why he was born with it, because he had to facilitate. I asked you for John 1:25. He had to facilitate what he was, what his job was.
And they asked him and said unto him, why baptize you then, if you be not that Hamashiach, nor Elijah, neither that prophet? John answered them, saying, I baptize with water, but there stands one among you whom you know not. He it is who's coming after me is preferred before me, whose shoes latchet I am not worthy to unloose. These things were done into Beth Barah, beyond Jordan, where John was baptizing. The next day John seen Yahushua coming unto him.
What he said?
Behold, the Lamb of Elohim,
right,
which take away the sin of the world. This is he of whom I said, after me come a man which is preferred before me, for he was before me, and I knew him not, and he should be made manifestly after all. Therefore am I come baptizing with water. And John bare record, I saw the Ruach descending from Shamaim like a dove, and it abode upon him. And I knew him not, but he that sent me to baptize with water, the same said unto me, upon whom you shall see the Spirit descending, and remaining on him, the same is he which baptized with the Ruach HaKodesh. And I saw him bear record that this is the son of Elohim.
I find it interesting that he didn't just speak to him like that at 33 years old.
Yeah, he didn't know who he was. He didn't know what he was on and none of that, because he wasn't walking around on that. To work. Because that's what I was telling brother yesterday. Like, that man didn't start working until he was 30. He was like, I'm like, bro, you can't count that time he's having a conversation with the priest when he's 12. That man wasn't working. He was a regular dude. You know, how do you know this? Because all the people said, is this not Mary and Joseph's son, who we all knew? Same thing they said about Saul. Eh? What that's at, man? Come over here. Why y'all making all that noise? I don't want to hear that jump. Make it Matthew 13 and 53. Matthew 13 and 53. Stop touching stuff. Get your hands off it. It's not yours. Sit down on your butt. Turn around. What did I just ask you to do? Don't make me embarrass you in front of these people. Sit down and turn around. Wow, bust you in the head with this box. Come on, man.
Saying it came to pass that when Yahushua had finished these parables, he departed thence. When he was coming to his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished and said, whence had this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? And his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence then had this man all these things? And they were offended in him, but Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house.
I mean, them people didn't hold him to that. Because it doesn't know. doing all that. At least not openly. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? To the point where anybody would have looked at it and say this is a prophet serving a God. Come on, where was that before? Oh, back to 1 John. But no, we read that there. We was in Romans 10. 10 and 8.
Say, but what saith it? The word is near you, even in your mouth and in your heart. That is the word of faith which we preach. That if you shall confess with your mouth the Lord Yahushua, and shall believe in your heart that Elohim hath raised him from the dead, you shall be saved. For with the heart man believe unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. For the scripture saith, whosoever believe on him shall not be ashamed.
Whosoever what?
Believe on him shall not be ashamed.
That's what Isaiah tell you, right? Go ahead.
For there is no difference between the Yahudim and the Greek. The same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him.
Mm-hmm.
For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? How shall they believe in him in whom they have not heard?
Mm-hmm.
How shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent?
Hold on. He said, how can they believe in whom they have not what?
Heard.
He said, he that believe on me is the... That's how you get it. So how did you get it if you never heard it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what the book say. You know what I'm saying? So you coming up with a formulation, you know what you're doing. You're trying to do it after, not according to the due order, and you think somebody's supposed to roll with that. Now you can go back to 1 John. That's important that if you want to take, because the first thing is, so I say, I got the spirit. That's cool. How did you get it? If they don't even have the ability to tell you how they got it, then how do you even know you got it? I asked this dude, I said, brother, do you commit sin? He said, yeah, man. Anybody say they perfect? I say, bro, so you mean to tell me you got the spirit of a perfect God in you, and that spirit didn't mortify your members to where you cease from committing sin and walking in the flesh, and you want me to believe you, bro? I don't have to go read it. Y'all know it. You know what it said in Job 33. Far be it for Elohim to do what? Iniquity. And that the Almighty should commit transgression. The prophecy said he came to make an end of sins and finish the transgression. 1 John 5 say what? Said in him is no sin. 1 John 3. Saying, you know, he was manifested to take away sin. Whosoever sin has neither seen him or known him. So that means if you sin, you haven't experienced him. How could you say you had it and you sin it? Once a nigga tell you, I have it, but they sinning, you know they lying. I ain't say he sinned. These niggas sinning. Then there's another proof positive evidence that they don't have it. John 14:26. These are the things you're supposed to know to try somebody if they say they have it. Along with them saying they're a prophet or an apostle. They say he a prophet, but he ain't never prophesied. You ain't no prophet if you come to me and be like, the Lord gave me a prophetic revelation on your life. Get your goofy behind out my face. And y'all, you coming to tell me about it, some personal finances or some love. I'd have hit you in the head with this bottle. That's what they used to do at church. And let me speak a prophetic word over your life. Don't speak nothing over me. I just want to tell you had a blessing. It's always a blessing either. It's never no warning on you to correct your behavior. No warning for repentance. No exhortation. No comfort and tribulation. Just something that got to deal with you getting something you want. Whether it's yams, wee, or some money or a car. Something that you desire. Nothing that ever brings any honor or esteem to your Father in heaven. Nothing that pushes the gospel further. Again, nothing that admonishes you. Man, when the prophets came, man, the people didn't want to see the men coming. What Ahab said about Micaiah, he ain't never got nothing good to say about me. They did not want to see the prophets coming. You know why they didn't want to see them coming? Because they usually didn't have anything good to say. And you know why they didn't have anything good to say? Because the people sinning. The prophets did three things, really two. They warned the people of their sins and the consequences thereof, and they manifested the promises of God that would be done in due time. Outside of that, what like this here, man, and niggas falling for that. The Lord gave me a word for your life. You coming into, like niggas like to say, in this season. I don't want to hear that. Ain't but 2 seasons, nigga. You know, we going through it in this season. Man, I don't want to hear all that goofy junk, man. You know what I'm saying? Commercializing and what's another adjective I'm looking for that's escaping my brain, man. You know what I'm saying? Benny Hinn, this is your day, my God. Benny Hinn came out and said he repented, though. Benny Hinn said, I've been lying to y'all. Scamming you for your bread. I'm sorry, I ain't going to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? But now people take certain words and phrases and commercialize them as if this is normal scriptural communication. Nobody ever walked into nobody and say, I know you're going through it this season. Because they didn't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? The devil is doing this in this season. Man, the devil on his game every day. He got no off season. He be like, oh, it's summertime. I got to chill out. No, man. That man hunting for souls every day. And I know people don't mean no harm by it. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm just saying it's forth as the season part. But them people mean harm by it with them false prophecies they're giving over your life. Because I'm telling you, if God gave a prophecy over your life, you know it. Because he be like, yeah, you know all that lying you be doing? And that stealing you be doing? And that man you laid up with that ain't your husband? Yeah, stop it so you don't go to hell. You know what I'm saying? He saying the man you with is not your husband. Ain't that what he told us? He said, sir, I perceive this man as a prophet. Nigga right here talking about here a prophet. Just sow me a seed of this prophetic word I'm speaking unto you, and you shall reap. Nigga still waiting. He still ain't got paid. Matter of fact, he ain't get paid on his job. They were like, Bumper, we pay you next week. How they do it? How they do it? Damn, they ain't pay you this week? That's messed up. Go ahead, man. Leah, what are you doing?
He said, but the Comforter, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, whom the Abba will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you. Mm-hmm. Shalom I leave with you, my shalom I give unto you. Not as the world give you, I unto you. He
say he'll bring to remembrance what?
All things, whatsoever I've said unto you.
So the man say he got the word should be in you. How you got it in the word ain't in you? So the word ain't in you, and you sinning all the time. You in a bad way. You in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? That junk ain't hit on that. Where we at with it though, blood? Man, sit up, cuz. You got your thighs out. What's what? What you mean you don't know what it means? You got your thighs out. Your legs, nigga.
We go to 1 John 4:1.
You didn't read it again. Hey, Joanne, you got a bladder full of urine?
Said, beloved, believe not every ruach, but try the ruachs whether they are of Elohim, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know you the ruach of Elohim. Every ruach that confess that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is of Elohim.
So the only way you can confess that he come in the flesh is that you would have to be able to confess the word. You would have to know the word. Go ahead.
And every ruach that confess not that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of Elohim. And this is that spirit of the Antichrist.
The reason why I say that is, couldn't you say he come in the flesh, but you don't believe that though? You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to have understanding. If I say, oh, I confess he came in the flesh, but does that mean you believe that as the scripture has said that he came in the flesh, or you just saying that because that's what people say? You know what I'm saying? Years ago, we used to ask, what's up, bro? So what? You gotta ask. I don't know what that's at. Oh, I ain't got it on. Oh, I thought he was talking about some sailors. Yeah, he gotta add people. Oh, he want to smell phenomenal. You ain't got to put a business in the street. Go ahead. Never mind, boo. We wanted a fragrance. I did too. You get him one. Leah, you can't see. You blind?
Said every spirit that confess not that Yahshua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of Elohim. This is the spirit of the anti-Mashiach, whereof you have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world.
Pause. Go back to John chapter 1, man. Read verse 12 again. Hey, cuz, what's wrong with you? I told you about coming up here and sitting up here at this table, bro. You can't come over here with all that. You're going to conduct yourself like a man, or you can go sit somewhere else. Sit up. Get your arms off my table. Unfold your arms and untuck your face. Fix your face, cuz. No, Dora's sitting right here. Go ahead.
Say, but as many as received him, to them gave the power to become the sons of Elohim, even to them that believe on his name, which are born not of blood,
No Bible study.
nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of Elohim.
Go ahead.
And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his esteem. The esteem is of the only begotten of the Abba, full of grace and truth. John bare witness of him and cried, saying, this was he of whom I spake. He that come after me is preferred before me.
He that come after me is what?
Preferred before me.
What else?
For he was before me.
What else?
And of his fullness have we all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahushua HaMashiach.
Now, I just wanted to read that again because we're talking about becoming the sons of God. And that's not what he promised them on the first go-round. Where do you see anywhere where he promised any of them coming out of Egypt that they would be called the sons of God? You got in Judges where he said they bear the image of a king, but they don't say anywhere where they would be called the sons of God. Now she need her parents. If you need your
sit down more.
Come on out of there. Man, she ain't gonna use no bathroom. Keep playing. Go ahead. Rohan thought you ran away, Doris. Rohan, because he ain't heard your name mentioned. He thought you ran away. Doris can't even run. She missing 3 toes and a half a pinky toe. That is correct. But you don't read anywhere covenant-wise where he promised the sons of Israel that they would be called the sons of God. It's not there. So when you see Hosea 1 and 10, and he say the same place where you say you're not a people, he gonna say you're gonna be called the sons of God. This is a different part of the covenant that he made, which is a part of the betrothal of righteousness. That betrothal is through the righteousness of faith, which allows you to become a son of God. The law cannot make you a son of God. It was never intended to make you a son of God. It don't have the power to make you a son of God. The only person who can do that is who? God himself. Remember, it said as many as what? Received him. He gave them power to become the sons of God. That's not the power that was given to Moses to give to the people. You just read it. He said Moses gave you the law. Say the law came by Moses. So he didn't give you that power. So again, that goes to what you read in John 14:26, where the Ruach HaKadosh is present. That's what make you a son. Let's take a look at that, by the way. Galatians 4.
Say, now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, defer nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all.
No, he from up north. He didn't say different. He said defer. Go ahead.
But is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. Even so we, when we were children, were in bondage under the elements of the world. But when the fullness of the time was come, Elohim sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. Because you are sons, Elohim has
That you might receive the adoption of what?
of sons.
That means that what you weren't sons on the first round. Go ahead.
And because you are sons, Elohim has sent forth the ruach of his son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Abba. Wherefore you are no more a servant, but a son.
But a who?
But a son.
Now there's a difference. Now go in the law and see what he called Israel. Can anybody go in the law and tell me what he called you? Where in the law did he ever call you a son? Yeah, but he didn't call them sons. I'm saying that because of what he just read. Let me see if y'all can pick up what verse it is. I'm trying not to say too much and give it away before somebody answers it. Read the verse. He say a son different. Go ahead, whatever one that is. The last thing you just read.
Mm-hmm.
Galatians
say 4, wherefore, that's 4 and 7. Say
4 and 7.
Say wherefore you are no more a servant.
No more
son,
a what?
A servant.
No more a what?
A servant.
But
a son.
Now, can you go on the law and see him calling you sons of God? And can you tell me where in the law where he say you servants? Excuse me. There's a law that say it now. I thought y'all remember that immediately. Obviously not. Anybody? Going once? Going once, going twice? 3 times the lady? You like that song? You look like you be standing in the hallway singing that doggone Lionel Richie. Hello. Look at how he would look. How he be looking at them kids trying to see if they went to bed. They pop out of the room. Hello. What you be doing to them, girl? I know it. Now I'm asking this question because him saying that you're no longer servants is a reference to the law with proper understanding.
I'm thinking of Jacob when he said you would be Yasharal, he knows
Now you don't got to go to Genesis. You keep it confined to Exodus, Numbers, Leviticus, or Deuteronomy.
I know this is probably not Isaiah where Israel is servant.
Yeah, and then where you reference it from the law. But help him out, Sylvia. Leviticus 25 and 37. Now here, the firstborn sons is remember, we did it specifically. This is something Mika was asking about the firstborn sons being here. Where he literally says, according to the covenant, that he refers to Israel as sons, and he never does that one time. He refers to them as his servants. And Leviticus 25 and 37 tell you.
So you shall not give him your money upon usury, nor lend him your victuals for increase. I, Yahuwah your Elohim, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, to give you the land of Canaan, and to be your Elohim.
Go ahead.
And if your brother that dwell by you be waxen poor, and
hey, children, be quiet.
And be sold unto you, you shall not compel him to serve as a bondservant.
Why?
But as a hired servant, as a sojourner, he shall be with you, and shall serve you unto the year of Jubilee.
What else?
Then shall he depart from you, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his father shall he return. For they are my servants, which are brought forth out of the land of Egypt.
They are my what?
Are my servants.
They're my what?
My servants.
What else?
Which are brought forth out of the land of Egypt.
Why?
They shall not be sold as bondmen.
They did his who?
Servants.
Tell them what service is, man.
A bed, bondage, a bondman, bond servant, a manservant.
A manservant. Now, the sons of God were referring to Adam in Genesis 6 and his offspring. They said it's a bondman or a servant. That's what it said, right? Deuteronomy 32 and 39. For another witness.
I was thinking about that song too, though. That's what I thought about when you read it.
You can read that too. Deuteronomy 32 and 39.
Says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no Elohim with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to Shamahim and say, I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and will reward them that hate me. I'll make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy. Rejoice, all you nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land and to his people.
Now, Psalms 82 and 3. Now you see him refer to us as his servants. You don't get referred to sons because that's not what he promised them. You get a different elevation with the Son of God in this covenant than the previous one. Psalms 82 and 3.
Defend the poor and fatherless, do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of their rats are out of course. I have said, you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Now he's telling you something that's, go ahead, but you shall
die like men
and fall
like one of the princes.
Here.
Rise, O Elohim, judge the Arats, for you shall inherit all nations.
Now he's telling you something that's going to come to pass later, because the Lord said this. John 10:34. Y'all know what it is. Which, you know, of course, this is what 5%ers use to justify calling themselves God. You just going to let that boy run like that? You hear he in distress? You don't care about that boy.
So Yahweh shall answer them, is it not written in your law, I said you are gods? If he called them gods, unto whom the word of Elohim came, and the scripture cannot be broken. Say you of him whom Abba hath sanctified and sent into the world, you blaspheme, because I said I am the son of Elohim? If I do not the works of my Abba, believe me not. But if I do, though you believe not me.
Now, here's another point to bring that on home. Hebrews 1 and 5. Because not only did he never call a Malachim a son, he never called a man a son. Yahushua the only person he ever called a son, but we sons through him. And this is how, in the place where it said, you are not my people, he said, when you come back, see, Paul, in Revelation 21 and 7, right, what does it say? You know what it say? I'm going to see who know what it say without me going around that. Now, that don't mean you can't go around that, but I am. Revelation 21 and 7, or 21 and 8, one of those two. What does it say? Will he what? And no, be his son. You know what I'm saying? This is where you see, this is why this is important. I think we talked about it when we were talking about Ezekiel 46. Who the only person inherited?
The son.
Not just a son. Firstborn son. You know what I'm talking about? So now you're dealing with sons, because with the kingdom of God, this is something that this is your inheritance. It's not like the inheritance that you got with Abraham, or you got with Isaac, or you got with Jacob. This is an inheritance coming directly from God himself. The first inheritance, you got somebody's land. You understand? He gave you their land, he gave you their houses, he gave you their vineyards, he gave you their wells. Now you getting something directly from him. So the only way God can give you this inheritance is if you're what? A son. Because if you're not a son, then you're what? And the bastard will not enter into the kingdom of heaven at all. A bastard will not enter into the congregation of Yahuwah at all. This is what the law saying. Read that from Deuteronomy 23, man. All these punks out here, they scarred. You know what's after Deuteronomy 23 and 1. They scarred. You done got your nuts clipped? Going to hell, boy. I know when they out. Shoot. I ain't talking about a vasectomy clip, because that's not the same. Because they're not cutting your testicles. They're cutting the tube. I wouldn't get a vasectomy personally, but some people do. Ain't none of my business. You know, it'd be women advocating for all men to get a vasectomy till they hit a certain age. Maggot hoes. Yeah, them ain't women, them maggot hoes. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a lot of women out here hate men. You know what I'm saying? Like in general. That's why I was telling you about that post the other day where they were talking about niggas standing up to wipe and they want niggas to sit down and pee. You can see, at least on the internet, now maybe in real life these women could be singing a different tune. But on the internet you can tell that they have a genuine disdain for men in general. But I've noticed that my entire life living in America, especially how with television shows, how most men are portrayed, especially white television shows. I'm talking about, if you think they show black men in a poor light, if you look at every white American sitcom, for the most part, the father is portrayed as a buffoon. You know what I'm saying? With a few exceptions here and there. You know what I'm saying? You know, Full House was an exception. You know, the father wasn't portrayed as a buffoon. Now, of course, it's a black show, but Family Matters, Carl Winslow was portrayed as a buffoon. You know what I'm talking about? Even when Everybody Loves Raymond, he was pretty much portrayed as an idiot. I'm trying to think of some more. When I say that, I mean that these were not strong figures. They just don't do that in black shows. They portrayed most. The father in Roseanne was portrayed as an idiot.
King and Queen.
But did they have children though?
He was idiot.
You look like you watch King and Queen. That's a spinoff show from Everybody Loves Raymond.
You know that?
I believe it was. I could be wrong. The dude from Paul Blart, security cop or whatever he was, that's who was on King and Queen. It's a very popular show. It did well. I didn't care for it. You know what I'm saying? But it did well. I'm trying to escape because it's so. Now I can say the father from like Family Ties, he wasn't an idiot. Obviously, this is from before y'all time. Because the shows that I'm describing, by the time y'all came age, they didn't make shows like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like your standard sitcom that we watched in the 80s and 90s, yeah, by the time y'all got to the 2000, 2010, them shows were gone. Yeah, with Good Times. You know, like Archie Bunker was different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, they had grown children on the Jeffersons. But I'm trying to narrow it down to like the 80s and 90s. And these TV, there's so many of them they're escaping. But if you go back and look, they always portrayed the father as kind of childlike. Good white shows. Yeah, white shows. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because we know how most fathers are portrayed in black shows because that's what you watch. You know what I'm saying? But if you go look at some of them white television shows, the fathers are portrayed as buffoons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Al Bundy did, but he was also a loser and a buffoon. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Married with Children. Al Bundy was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Well, they were white trash terrible, but he was definitely a buffoon. His son was a loser. His daughter was a whore. They literally have multiple episodes where his son would have sex with a rubber doll. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just mentioning that in the aspect of conditioning. I can remember watching Night Court and them making statements like God is a woman, diminishing men, all little subtle things that they slide in there. I'm telling you, the programming with every race of people is there. You know what I'm saying? But since you're not white and you don't consume white media like white people would, you have no idea that they program them the same way. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember seeing all that as a child on them shows, like mark that. And you wonder why there's a strong disdain for men in the United States of America. Now, I would say most black, that's where, like Zoe said, the dad always had done it. On the white shows, the dad always had done it. Now, most black shows, they didn't portray them like that. Even with Home Improvement, Tim the Toolman Taylor was an idiot. Yet he'd have his moments that he'd come through with the kids later, but he was an idiot. Now, if you look at Smart Guy, their daddy wasn't dumb. You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby wasn't a buffoon. You know what I'm talking about? Because most of them black actors didn't want them to portray themselves like that. Mother Sharona mentioned like John Amos' character on Good Times. They had to fight to get him to portray the way that they wanted him to portray, because they wanted to portray him like a dummy. And them women and Esther Roll and him refused to do that. Know what I'm saying? Now on the black shows, the father was a little bit stronger. Yeah, Fred Sanford definitely wasn't a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Disrespectful, man. And absolutely hilarious at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of some other black, like My Wife and Kids, Bernie Mac show. Those fathers were not portrayed as dummies. Definitely Frank, Uncle Phil was not a dummy. And definitely the daddy from Moesha was not a dummy. But when you get on them white shows, though, well, they portray that daddy as a dummy. Hell, they've been running The Simpsons and Family Guy for decades with the father being a blithering buffoon. Old Sinbad. Same with, even though LL wasn't a father per se, in the house, he was not portrayed as a buffoon. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's because most black actors probably fought to like, nah, I'm not going to do this show if I have to be portrayed this way. Indeed, and that is true, because that is definitely how white women see white men. And now that junk is transported over to black women, seeing black men as, most women in America see men as overgrown children and this, that, there, and the third, and it's complete and utter disrespect. And it's by design. It's by design. Like you always hear that, I got to pick up behind him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's probably that many dudes just walk around throwing clothes randomly on the floor throughout the whole goddamn house. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the nigga wasn't doing it before he got with you. You know what I'm saying? Nigga might leave one pair of clothes on the floor. You losing your goddamn mind. It'd be different if this nigga just take all his clothes off every day and just leave him in the middle of the floor. That mean that nigga a savage. And you probably knew that before you married him. Don't complain about it now. Did Mr. Cooper have kids on Hanging with Mr. Cooper? I don't think so. I don't think he had a wife. I think he was just the coach or the teacher. Say ignorant drunkards who just want to be by themselves and focused on war. Oh my God, today. Now, Steve Harvey's character wasn't a buffoon, but he was a buster. I'll tell you that. And I don't think there's nothing Steve Harvey could do for the buster not to come out. What you say, Steve? I'll do the certified buster, boy. But for a woman to tell you, come back to me when you get some money, and you know she married her cousin, her husband's cousin after he went to jail, and you got with her, you's a buster. You don't love yourself. Now, yeah, I forgot about George Lopez, Hispanic dude. He was half buffoon, half with some sense. I didn't watch George Lopez too tough. Didn't care. Also, I told you the other element in white television shows that they like to push is the intelligent guy attracted to and wanting to wife up a known whore. He knows she a whore, and the whole show is about him chasing after this whore to win this whore's approval. You know what I'm saying? What that was? What's that TV show? Dang, man, my mama used to watch it all the time. With the little white boy Sheldon. What's that TV show?
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, that whole show built on that premise of him chasing after a hoe. Big Bang Theory. That one was Stone Cold hoe. Stone Cold. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot about 227. Now, the men on 227 definitely weren't buffoons. Now, Amen, they were kind of buffoons. You know about Amen? You don't know about Amen? Golly, boy. That's some good television right there. You ain't never heard of that? That's unfortunate. You know about that, Little John? I know you know your people old. You an old man, baby. Yeah, Rock was definitely not a buffoon. Definitely not. If Amen was a TV show about a church, it had Sherman Hemsley, a.k.a. George Jefferson, in it. It had the dude from Cooley High. You know, you seen the black dude. He was on Different World, too. Damn, I don't know about that either, dude. My bad. You know about Cooley High? You don't know about no Cooley High. Huh? Yeah, you probably seen it, you just ain't realize it. They had the mama from Friday. She was in Amen. She was chasing after the pastor. I mean, it's a show from the late 80s. You know about 22 Sam? Damn. Y'all just don't realize how many black shows was really on air at one time. You know what I'm saying? Compared, well, it's different now because they stream. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of black. I ain't gonna say a lot, but you had high quality though. Was there a Daddy on Sister with them too? I hated that show. That show sucked.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't think they did that.
Yeah, he wasn't a buffoon either, because that was the man from Designing Women. She ran him though, but he wasn't a buffoon. I'm also talking about the buffoonery and not if they getting ran. You say, amen, you too old for that? Say Penny was giving it up for a penny. Hmm? Yeah, I forgot what Robert Townsend. Yeah, he wasn't a buffoon either. See, it's hard to remember a lot of these shows. There's a lot more black shows on television than you think. Jamie Foxx was a buffoon. He was a buffoon too. He was a buffoon. Say, speaking of Disney, That's So Raven had her having visions being clairvoyant. And she probably had a vision that she had a vagina that nobody was going to miss when she decided to be a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen her lately? She look bad. Huh? I mean, just because you gay don't mean you got to look bad. She look bad. Deuteronomy 23:1. That's definitely how Carlos Miller put it. That's two awful vaginas that off the market. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Say, he that is wounded in the stones or have his privy member cut off shall not enter into the congregation of Yahuwah.
Cut your wee-wee off. You're done.
A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of Yahuwah. Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of Yahuwah.
Bastard can't get there. Now, bastard by definition is a mamzer. You know what a mamzer is? Now, you know what a mamzer is? Tell him what a mamzer is, Sibby. She's trying to mimic Whoopi Goldberg. What? With a bald? Last time I seen her, she had a bald head and a bebop earring and a nose.
That is to alienate a mongrel, born of a Jewish father and a heathen mother.
That man say a mongrel. Now, technically, a mamzer is if your mama ain't a brute. You're a bastard. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. But in this instance, if the Father in heaven is not your father, you would be a mamzer. You know what I'm talking about? You're going to be a bastard. And of course, he recognized that through going through the chastisement. You did? So, what was we at before?
Your mom wasn't doing you straight.
Yeah, because you can see that with the Israelitish woman. That's how they defined it. Also, I don't think that the women probably factored into that definition either, because I don't think it was a normal occurrence for an Israelite woman to have a child with a man who wasn't one.
No, I was just saying, niggas be like you and that is.
Yeah, and that's right the main reason, because the daughters usually were given away, so her being with a non-Israelite man probably wasn't a regular occurrence. Versus these boys was dipping and diving. Like when you read in Nehemiah, I don't think it even mentions women having children with heathen men, but it mentioned it with the men though. They took all the Moabite women, so it probably wasn't an occurrence that it got addressed directly.
It made me think about Paul.
Yeah, because you got Titus. I mean, you know what I'm saying, with Timothy, excuse me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with his father being Greek. But I think the perspective by that time was different. That if one of them was, you were still a part of the covenant per se. But that's why I said to the 10th generation. You know what I'm saying? You was gonna have to have some offspring before they could get in. But in this instance of being a son of God, ain't no offspring. You gonna have to be born of this seed, or you ain't getting in. Who doing all that crying? What you crying for? Where you going, boy? Go back over there with your mom. Or your mama over there. No. Caleb, go find your daddy. Go find your daddy. What? Ain't nobody asked you to get up long hair, boy. Go so I can sit down. They give you a hard time, huh? That's a lot of testosterone in the house, boy. They bucking. These two in here definitely be bucking. They don't even be bucking like doing nothing inappropriate. They just want what they want, and if they don't get it, they just gonna holler until they get it. That's done crazy. Come on.
It say, for unto which of the Malachim said he at any time, you are my son, this day have I begotten you, and again I will be to him an Abba, he shall be to me a son.
Now this goes back to that particular point, that first covenant, they were not called the sons of God by God. Yahuwah didn't call them. But go back to Hosea 1 and 10, he's making a proclamation that he's going to do something different than what he did the first time. Because you got to remember, he's prophesying to the northern kingdom. They're already in the land. You know what I'm talking about? Solomon been king. David been king. Saul been king. They've been in the land for a long time. Do it. We'll read that again.
Say, yet the number of the children of Yasharal shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured.
See, now that goes back to, remember, we read that already. That goes back to the original promise. But look what he say after that.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people.
Pause. Now, you know where that happened at, because he said it in 2 Kings 17. He said it in Jeremiah. He said it in Ezekiel 23. He cutting these people off. He said, where's your mother's bill of divorcement that I gave? Ain't that what he said? Go ahead.
Say, there it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living Elohim.
There was nowhere, anywhere before Hosea said this, where any time that he directly called them the sons of Elohim, because it said it shall come to pass. That means he's speaking the word in the future. You don't read no prophet before Hosea saying that. It's not in the law saying that. It's not in the Psalm saying that. You can't see, this is where we'll get it. Well, he called Israel his firstborn. That's not what he's saying here. He's saying the sons of Yasharal who are as the sand of the sea. The same place I say they're not my people, I will call them the sons of the living God. That's what he said. That's a promise. So when you go back to Galatians 4 and 4, I'm going to get the definition for people. Now, one thing, right, because they've been arguing about this here, right, about the word Gentile should go away. Y'all know the word Gentile, right? Before you read that, I want to show a distinction and delineation real quick. Go to Genesis 10 and 5. Because they be saying that the Gentiles in the New Testament be Israelites. That's what they be saying. Let me show you something real quick. Read Genesis 10 and 5, right?
Say, by these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, everyone after his tongue, after their families and their nations.
Go ahead.
And the sons of Ham, Cush and Mizraim. And
now, Paul. Now, give him the Hebrew word for Gentiles.
Boy.
Which means?
Foreign nation, hence a Gentile.
A foreign nation. Now, I want you to go a step further.
A heathen nation, people.
Yeah, and basically that's denoting that they worship another God. Come over here to the book of Isaiah. Come over here to the book of Isaiah. Hold on. Now I'm doing this for a reason, and you're gonna see it in just a moment. Go to 42 and 1. For sure.
Behold, my servant who I uphold, my elect, in whom my soul delight. I have put my ruach upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not cry nor lift up.
Now pause. Now tell him what Gentiles say right there. I'm going to 3 witnesses in 3 different places. You all right?
That's Goy again.
So go read me Jeremiah 16 and 19. Jeremiah 16 and 19. What are you crying like that? Well, hush your mouth, boy. Nothing wrong with you. Come on. Jeremiah 16 and 19.
It say, O Yahuwah, my strength and my fortress, my refuge. In the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come up unto you from the ends of the Arats and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein is no profit.
Now tell them what Gentiles is again.
Same word, Goy.
So again, this is showing that they worship another God. But when you come back to Hosea 1, where he says that they will not be called, they were not called the people, you get a completely different word. You get ayin and mean. Nation, people, kinsman, kindred, person, members of one's people, compatriots. He don't use goyim for them. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same word used for people when you talk about the Tower of Babel. This is not how they're described. Yeah, that is not the word that he used to describe Israel. He doesn't call them a goy. You know why he doesn't call them a goy? Because they are his compatriots, literally, because they don't worship like the goyim worship, and that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the aspects that if niggas really, because it was this black Jewish chick I don't really care for because she's agitating and grates on my nerves to no end, that I would rather listen to dogs howl than listen to her speak. You know what I'm saying? But she was correct in her determination of when we were having this conversation the other day, which is like when you look at certain words in Hebrew, like for stranger, y'all know this because we done looked at them before. It's 2 different words. It's Zor, it's Nokri, and it denotes something. You know, you gotta realize Hebrew is an action language to a certain extent. You know what I'm talking about? So it denotes behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's just not you know how English words like really don't really mean nothing? It's just there. You know what I'm saying? Hebrew language is not necessarily so. So you're not gonna read where when you see people that he gonna call them goyim, it's gonna be every time. You know what I'm saying? Because the nations are not his compatriots, if you will. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to you? No, look it up, man. Find out for yourself. You know how to read? Huh? No, in general. I heard you failed literature class. Huh? You failed economics. You don't know how to get no money? Oh, I thought you said you failed home economics. Oh. I thought you failed how to bake a cake, cookies and whatnot. You look like you passed woodshop class though. She in there cutting up stuff. Thinking about all the niggas in the hood. I hate that nigga. That's his face. Y'all took woodshop when y'all was in school? Or it was gone?
I ain't go to a vocational high school.
I ain't go to one either. You still had it. And I took home economics. They ain't call it that though. That's why I asked. I wasn't being funny because I know they took it out. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know if y'all were part of the generation of children where it was gone. But I know it was gone. But yeah, I did that. I graduated in high school in 1998. I definitely got an A for baking a cake in high school from scratch. We definitely had to do that. You know what I'm saying? My woodshop teacher was Mr. Tolliver. Y'all had mercy on his soul. That damn tire shop right on Main Street. That nigga owned that junk when he died. Now them white folks running there messing up people's tires. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know the one, the tire shop by AutoZone on Main? You know what I'm saying? Well, damn, y'all too young to realize that. Yeah. Not a little bit before Jackson.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Tolliver used to own that before he died. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was our woodshop teacher. I was finna say the playground, but y'all too young to remember the playground, so I shouldn't have said that out loud. You know about that? I know you don't know about that. Y'all know about that? The playground. Yeah, on Main Street.
Are you smiling?
Because I know she don't know what I'm talking about. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Where that Subway is on Main?
On the corner?
Yeah, that was the playground. No, my homegirl was. That's what she danced at. Pull up every now and then. Shoot. Get broke off. Shoot. She looked out for me. So shoot. You damn right I'm pulling up. So that's my nigga. So she didn't even get no bigger. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, that night they closed it down because nigga was getting killed. And then I think they had one across the street. You know what I'm saying? Well, all the building war, they had one over there. They shut that down because nigga was getting. Man, you know people in this city don't know how to act. Man, what I think what made it bad is everybody from every side of town coming through there.
Same thing with Mirage, just on Main Street.
Mika said they had it at her school. Yeah, you know, it's like early. It's like 2000, 2001. You know what I'm saying? That jump been gone for a long time. All they got is that one down the street by the food line. I'm glad they closed all them goddamn clubs in the city, man. For real.
Violence went down just a little.
Just a little bit, because there was a lot of them, man. You know what I'm saying? But there was one right around the corner from Landon and San Marco. You know what I'm saying? They were one over there down the street from Wolfson High School. Like literally, you could walk across the street from Wolfson to walk to where this club was at. Not to mention where that racetrack is on University before you get to Phillips. Oh my God, today. Y'all don't even know about that. That was a whole hotel with the trap in front of what they call it. You know who owned that damn club? Willie Jackson. You know Willie Jackson? You ain't no Jaguar fan. So you mean to tell me none of you niggas know Willie Jackson?
I don't know, really.
He played for the Gators. Played for the Jaguars. Wide receiver. Number 8. Nigga was trash.
I just say he must be one of them.
No, he wasn't trash. But he was one of the original. This like he played on the original team. You know what I'm saying? 95, 96. So y'all might have been too young to know who he was.
He's 53 years old.
Yeah.
Born 1970.
Yeah, he played. You know what I'm saying? He was like on the inaugural team.
He was real good.
Yeah, he was straight up. You know what I'm saying? But he owned that club, man. And there's so many niggas got killed in front of that club, bro. Besides the fact that the hotel that was behind it was nothing but crack and prostitution going down. Like where that racetrack is. Man, look here. A lot of niggas on the south side went to jail fooling around over there. You know what I'm saying? Them hotel across the street, where that racetrack at, that's where that boy killed them 2 old tourists from. I know you know, I told you about Brenton Butler, don't you? Damn, you don't know about Brenton Butler? He had an HBO documentary and everything. Yeah. Your father-in-law was involved with that. You know what I'm talking about? The boy that got locked up for the murder of the 2 white folks and he said he didn't do it and claimed Glover Daddy coerced him to confess. No, that's why Glover Daddy had stepped down from the force because Buddy said they beat him to make him confess. He beat the case in trial. They gave him a whole bunch of money. Nigga went broke, tricking off on hold, getting high. I don't know. I wasn't there. That's what the boy said. I mean, people say a lot of things. I don't know what he did because I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a different time, man. Y'all think it's bad now. It was worse in the 90s and in the 80s. You know what I'm talking about? People be talking about y'all be so scared. You can't let these kids, man, look at nigga. Man, they're junk. It's not bad out here. I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. It is not. It is not. Nowhere close. Nigga, when crack came out, boy, it was bad out here. You know what I'm telling you? Everywhere in the United States where black people lived at, when crack came out, it was bad. Murders, murders, and more murders. Man, that junk ain't like that no more, man. These young niggas ain't getting no money. I watch 6, 7 young niggas out here every day Paul out the house to smoke one joint. And share. Walking around with hoodies on. The boys ain't got no blitz. You know what I'm saying? They got ski masks on. The boys ain't finna rob nobody. Now you got them weird niggas like that young nigga got killed by the police earlier this week. Who like they don't give a damn, but that ain't. It's not bad out here. Hey, Jamal calling me. No. Tell your mama. Yeah, it's not that bad out here. Like, you people talking about snatching churn, man, they was snatching churn in the 80s, man. How you think you got America's Most Wanted? I'm dead serious. That's how they got that show. That man, son got snatched.
Yeah, I remember that. I seen the history of that.
That's how that show came out, because his son got snatched. Man, they ain't snatching churn like that now. These niggas you just want an excuse not to keep that little boy in the house. Send that nigga outside. That's what they be doing. And they were running way back then.
Looking for freedom.
Looking for wee-wee and drugs. That's what they looking for. Nah, for real, bro. Like, I told somebody the other day, man, you went to the store by yourself at 5? Yes, nigga. Walked to school, caught the bus, nigga. That's normal. This 1985. Niggas ain't scared. You big grown nigga scared to walk up the street in the neighborhood you live in to go get some candy. Man, your mama ain't finna walk with you up there, nigga. He go this dollar, nigga. You better go get it yourself. She was having this conversation because my home was saying her daughters didn't know how to go in the store and buy stuff and get proper change. And they're like 9, 10 years old because people don't do that no more. And you wonder why these children can't function when they become an adult, because they up your butthole all day, every day. They don't know how to do nothing. They ain't got no autonomy, no nothing. They just in the house looking. Man, get the hell out my goddamn house. You step outside right now, ain't no children playing. That's terrible. Man, if this would have been the 80s and 90s, man, you know how many kids would have been out here? Man, I've never been in the house. Now you scared. I ain't gonna let my kids go to somebody's house. Somebody gonna touch them. Nigga, you ain't got to worry about the stranger touching them. You got to worry about that uncle in the back. Or maybe that goddamn grandma over there. You seen the movie Mother May I? Nasty hoe. You seen it? That was his mama. That was his mama. That wasn't no stranger. That was his mama. I did a piece of it. That joke was wild, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, you gotta send them children outside, man. Man, and like I said, of course, I know we don't celebrate Christmas, right? But I promise you, when I was a gent, everybody was outside that day, man. You know what I'm talking about? Man, you step outside, man, they ain't riding no bicycle. They ain't doing nothing. Everybody out there trying to collaborate together with whatever gift they got with their friends. You look outside, ain't nobody out there. What kind of childhood is that? You ride past the park, ain't nobody out there playing no ball. Nobody. But we stayed at Spring Park, bro. You know what I'm saying?
VR and controllers, man.
Yeah, them boy VR and beat they meat. Why playing like this all day long? That's why they fat and sloppy. Lazy ain't about nothing. Junk ain't good.
In the metaverse.
Say my kids still be outside playing red light, green light. I know that's right. That junk is sad though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna know how to function. Nigga, going outside is not you taking them somewhere and sitting there with them. Nigga, I don't want to see my mama. Leave me up. Go somewhere. Hell away from me. I can't even be free. I can't even beat myself because my mama watching. Because you scared. Nigga, if the nigga gonna die, he gonna die. Real, man. Definitely things done changed, man. If he gonna die, he gonna die. Send that boy outside. He gotta be a man. Let a nigga forage. Figure some stuff out. That's how I broke my elbow. Well, fraction. We outside, nigga. Wrestling for championships in the neighborhood.
He's a neighborhood champ.
Tag team champions. Listen, No, I'm talking about because that's what we used to do. You walk up there to the stove, you get the cardboard, you make you a belt, you know what I'm saying? Like the real belts with the cardboard. Nigga, and that's what you got in the neighborhood, nigga. Straight up. And you out here defending your belt. You know what I'm saying? Nigga did an elbow drop and hit my elbow in front. I ain't even hear it crack. Everybody else said they heard it crack. I didn't know it was numb. Came in the house to eat, ain't think nothing of it. I just know I eat with this hand, held that whole like this here, ate with this one. Somebody came and told my mama, hey, I think he broke his arm. Yeah, man. Just living the life, man. Nigga scared now. What we at with it? We got to get off of here. My son ain't gonna be no hoe. That nigga going out the door. You better find a friend. Make one up in your brain. Man, I don't think my mama never knew where we went at, man. I'm talking about at 7 and 8 years old. Nigga, we leaving the house 8, 9 in the morning. She ain't seeing us again for a good 8, 9 hours. We ain't coming back. I pee outside. I'm a man. Stand up and pee.
Sit down, bro.
You got a couple dollars in your pocket. There's a corner store in the neighborhood. Get you a nice cold beverage. I'm not coming back. The worst thing in life was to say you got to come in the house. Nigga, we going on adventures. We playing baseball, basketball, football. Man, ain't never coming home. Man, I lived in the 80s, man. We ain't never coming home. Come home for what? Man, we had video games and still went outside. We had Nintendo, Ataris, ColecoVision, Genesis, Super Nintendo, Super Genesis. We was still out of there. That's the worst thing in the world to say you got to stay in the house. Nigga, man, you out there looking out the window at all your friends. You feel like you in jail. These niggas feel like they in jail. They got to go outside. Every time they go outside, they bring it. And y'all wonder why I'm to get the hell off my door. Come in my goddamn house. It's a water hose out there drinking. Don't come in here no more. Straight up, don't come in here no more. Say definitely got in trouble many times for not beating the street light. Because you being defiant. You say you made a conscious decision at 10 to do less homework, to play outside more. I used to do my homework before I got home. All that. I ain't got no time to play, especially in the wintertime. Hey, be quiet. Especially in the wintertime. Because, see, in the wintertime, now it's different. When we were young in the wintertime, boy, it would pitch black at 5. At 5. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get 2-3 hours in, man. Need every minute. Need every minute. Come on, man. What we at?
We had this read Jeremiah 16 and 19.
Yeah, that's good. We ain't had no fire hydrant. That's up north. You in Chicago. We don't do that. We don't do that down here. You know what I'm saying? No, this is what we do. This is what we do in Florida. We don't do the hydrants because I was just talking to somebody about this. Depending on where you stay at, everybody go to the apartments with the pool. And you get in their pool. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's what we do. Hey, I said be quiet. Yeah, that's what we do. Because they were talking about they called the police on the kids for getting in the pool in the subdivisions they live in. And I said we ain't had no subdivisions with it wasn't like that back then. You know what I'm saying? You had the apartment complex. You knew every apartment had the pool. Everybody coming around there. You know what I'm saying? All you need to know is one nigga who stayed out there. Hell, you haven't know nobody. You lying. Oh, there they stay in building 3. You don't know nobody over there. Yeah, you know nobody over there. Said we received government. He said he had grilled cheese sandwich with that government cheese gonna give you constipation. Try to make perfume with a flower one. That's what we used to do, man. At Mayfair, they done blocked it off now because they built houses over there. But we'll come out the back end of Mayfair. You know what I'm saying? And there was a whole doggone area back there that had wild grapes. Pick them whole every day. You know what I'm saying? You know, you do adventures in the ditch. You might find you a nice branch, swing from one side to the other. Hope you don't fall in that hole because you're getting ranked on. You know what I'm saying? All that, man. Different time, man. Send them children outside, man. Stop being scared. If you get kidnapped, you get kidnapped. Cause you scared? You scared? At least you honest. That's different. That's different. No, I mean with something like that, depending on the. Now the pond is something that you gotta watch them because depending on their age, they gonna walk right in there and die right on in. See, we. Wait, I mean, nigga, you send him out the front. You want to send a nigga out the back door. Well, then that's when you tell him, look here, stupid nigga, don't get in the water. You gonna send a nigga outside with no instructions. You send him outside and stay your black man. Now they old enough to know. He definitely old enough to know. Don't get in the pond. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talking about Ruth and Morty. They ain't go outside by themselves. But I mean, the car see the snake over there. I may want to grab it. That's what boys do. I know. Do you fall into the pond? Now you drown. Why he in the back? Why you in the back? How old you is, boy? Yeah, you old enough to be Dolo. You better not go in that water, or you ain't gonna see Sam. I tell you that. You don't want to know what they were doing around there in Washington State playing hide and go seek. I can tell you that. But they wasn't going to no pond. Them niggas were being grown. Tell you that. You know what I'm saying? They were around here talking about they want somebody to rub on them. Shoot, I said, where you learn this from? I'm not making this up. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, where you learn this from? You kind of young to be trying to do all that, ain't you? Yeah, they want though. You say you got afford, but now I ain't never seen no gator before. I ain't never seen no alligator before. Keep going back there, boy. That gator gonna bite you for all that nonsense you be doing. Gonna bite you right on your butt. Hey, all jokes aside, Carl, boy, you see that gator, boy, you better not go fool with him. That's gonna be the last thing you do. That ain't no joke. That's gonna be the last thing you do, boy. The alligator gonna bite you, not gonna win. How you talking about hide and go get it in middle school, nigga? They were doing that, nigga. We were elementary age. You talking about playing hide and go get it in middle school? You better try elementary. You talking about kid crazy? You would remain one playing. Yeah, I know you were. You quick look like it here. You want to play doctor, looking boy. Look at you. You probably were grown doing it too. Doris, you was around there being grown doing it. You live in New York. Y'all don't do all that stuff. Y'all just straightforward. Y'all in New York. Y'all just straightforward. Y'all ain't beat around the bush. You was around there playing them games? Now somebody lying in here. Now, who in here lying? Monica, you were playing that? You in here lying. Man, them niggas were playing that round there in Washington State. Niggas second, third, fourth, fifth, all that. They ain't give a damn about none of that. And guess, but listen, and I'm gonna tell you something. And it wasn't the boys who were pushing that. Nigga ain't playing no hide and go seek in no damn high school. Man, you get to high school, you just straight up ask. I'm definitely not playing. Let's play hide and go get it. Damn, I'm 17 years old. I ain't time to be crying here looking for you. What the hell wrong with you? We in high school, not cheering no more. Niggas did that. They 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. Come on, man. Where we at? Y'all live different. And that's what went down in the 80s. That's all I can tell you. Yeah. So, I mean, the main point we were establishing is how you get to the sons of God. But let's go back to Galatians 4 and 6. I definitely remember that, boy. That doggone girl across the street, Miss Dawson Grand Churn, man, that nigga got a whooping around there, being around there with them too long. It started raining. I supposed to went home. Boy, Richard was on one by that. Whole time they trying to be fresh in there.
It's saying, because you are sons, Elohim has sent forth the rock of his son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Abba.
Now, this is the aspect of what the covenant is about. And this is where the corn, oil, and wine is going to come in at. We had to establish that part of it. It can be more direct focus on that aspect of you being called the sons of God now, which was not a part of that first covenant, which is a part of the betrothal. Because I think we read it last night, right? What manner of love has the Father bestowed upon us that we should be called the sons of God? That's a part of the loving kindness that you were betrothed in. That's a part of the faithfulness that you betrothed in. That's a part of the mercies that you betrothed in. And the judgment and the righteousness. And that's something that can only come from God himself. But hallelujah for Yahushua. It's 6 o'clock. I appreciate y'all time this afternoon. I bless y'all the house of Elohim in the name of Yahushua. Yahuwah willing, man. We'll be back at it on the next one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hold it down. Hey, that does not mean start talking. I don't give a damn about no bathroom. Praise Yahuwah indeed, bro. Love you too, bro. Hold it down. Peace, brother Omar. Yes, sir. So hold it down, my G. Yahuwah brood, Joseph, man. Hold it down. Yahuwah brood, nigga. So, yeah. We'll dive into more of that. Y'all willing on Wednesday, man. Make it do what it do. Yeah. Hey, why are you talking? Matter of fact, all y'all get the hell out of my house. Go outside. Get out. Shalom, Sister Jenny. Praise the Lord, man. Shalom, hold it down. If y'all are doing all that, you can get out. So, yeah, again, I appreciate y'all. Bless y'all the house, Elohim, in the name of Yahushua, Yahuwah willing. Till the next time. Hey, son.
What's your last name? Barton?
Mm-hmm.